everyone! I'm glad to be here with you today. I am Abbie Cabason and I will bring you to a fun and full of knowledge discussion today. Are you ready? Awesome! But before we proceed, let's have a prayer first. To those who are Catholics, please make the sign of the cross in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Lord, each day you give us numerous reasons to thank you. Our family, our wisdom, and even the very breath we take. Thank you for the hands that reach out and lead us to you. Bless them as I am blessed by their presence and care. Give them more years to live so they will be able to bless others as I am. Amen. Okay, so kindly arrange your chairs and pick up some pieces of papers under your tables and chairs. Okay, thank you. You may now take your seat. May I ask our beadle, who among of your classmates are absent for today? None? Awesome! Good to hear. So, I have here a magic box. It's called a magic box since, aside from it is beautiful, there are important words inside the box that will give you a hint on what we are going to tackle today. I'll pull out a paper with the word written on it. One of you will read the word and give a short explanation on your own understanding about that specific word. Do you get it? Awesome. So let's now start. First word is ecosystem. Who would like to volunteer?
Me, teacher.
Yes, Monique.
Ecosystem is an area that a living and non-living things interact with each other.
Very well said. An ecosystem is a physical environment where organism or different organisms interact. Let's give a round of applause to Monique. So let's proceed. Second word, air. Who would like to volunteer?
Me, teacher.
Yes, John.
Air is very important for the plants, animals, and also humans. In the plants need air to photosynthesize, such as to make food and also to breathe. And for the animals and humans, the job of our lungs is to provide body with oxygen and to get rid of the waste gas and also carbon dioxide.
Thank you, John. John mentioned that air is important to humans, animals, and plants. That is true. Air is one of the basic needs of humans, animals, and plants. Thank you, John. Let's give a round of applause to John. Third word is water. Who would like to volunteer?
Me, teacher.
Yes, John.
Water is very important because all animals, plants, and humans need water to survive.
Very good, John. Water is essential in order for us to survive. Water helps us digest our food and it keeps us hydrated. Let's give a round of applause to John. So let's proceed to the fourth word. Environment. Who would like to volunteer?
Me, teacher.
Yes, Monique.
Environment is where the living organisms live.
Very good. Thank you, Monique. She's right. Environment is where the living organisms lives or reside. It is where plants, animals, and humans operate. Let's give a round of applause to Monique. Okay, so the last two words are shelter and food. Who would like to volunteer?
Teacher,
Yes, Trisha.
food and shelter. Food and shelter is important to us humans to survive in our daily lives.
Okay, thank you, Trisha. So Trisha mentioned that food and shelter are important in order for humans to survive. Food provides humans nutrients and a shelter provides humans a place to keep them safe. So let's give a round of applause to Trisha. Now that you already have a hint on what we are going to tackle for today, let us now proceed. Plants need food, the minerals and nutrients from the soil, energy from the sun, and water. Humans and animals need enough nutritious food, clean water to drink, comfortable and safe home, and clean air to breathe. Plants, humans, and animals breathe the same air. The air they breathe is from the environment. Plants, humans, and animals do not eat the same food. The food they get came from one source, the environment. Plants, humans, and animals drink with the same water but not from the same source. The water they drink is from the environment. Plants, humans, and animals do not live in the same habitat. All the habitats are found in the environment. If you noticed, living things are too dependent on the environment. That is why it is necessary for us to keep it away from harm or destruction, and we need to protect it for the sake of our survival. Do you agree? Now, let me present to you the 5 basic needs that all living things have. First one is the sunlight. It is the source of energy, heat, and light. Second, water. It is the medium in which living cells and tissue work. Water is also a living environment for many plants and animals. Third one is air. Air is made up of different gases, but the 2 most important gases are oxygen and carbon dioxide. Without oxygen, animals will die, and without carbon dioxide, plants cannot survive. The fourth one is food. Energy is needed to grow, reproduce, move, and to work. Living things need energy for function. Last one is habitat. Habitat with the right temperature. Every living organism needs the ideal temperature to survive either on land or water. Now that you know the basic needs of all living things, I want you to form a group with 3 members. Based on the 5 basic needs that I presented, I want you to choose 1 basic need in each category. The categories are humans, animals, and plants. And after that, you're going to present it in front of the class. So let me present to you the rubrics.
So for our group, we choose water as an essential basic needs for animals, because just like us humans, we also need water so that we can suffer from dehydration. And also water is very important in our daily living, so animals needs it too.
Air, because among other elements, air contains oxygen, which is an isolated element in air. Because if without food, human animals being can stay alive for days. If without water, we can stay alive for several days. But if without air, one cannot survive for more than a few minutes. This is why air is the most important things in life.
The basic needs for plants is the sunlight. The sunlight is important to the plants to make the plants grow, because the sunlight is the food for the plants.
Thank you, Group 1, for that very good presentation. The ideas are explained and organized, yet you didn't provide examples that are relevant to the statement, but you still managed to emphasize the important points. And also, your voice is moderately loud and clear, and the pronunciation is excellent as well. And you show confidence in delivering your presentation in front of the class. So thank you for that presentation. Let's give them a round of applause. At this point, we are going to have an individual activity. What I want you to do is you are going to draw an ecosystem that you find in your surroundings. After that, you're going to label them according to their names, and you need to define it also. So You will have 10 minutes to do the activity, and after that 10 minutes, you are going to present your output in front of the class. Do you get it? Awesome. Time is up. Let's now start the presentation. Let me request Monique as our first presenter.
So for my graphic organizer, this is the work I have made. And my ecosystem is composed of 8 categories, which are the biotic, abiotic, niche, habitat, decomposer, scavenger, consumer, and producer. So for the biotic, we, the living organisms such as plants, animals, and humans, are part of biotic. And for abiotic, which are the non-living organisms like rock and or water. And for here, we have niche, an organism's job in a food chain web. We have also habitat, where organisms lives, like for example, I have here my example, which is a bird. Its habitat is in the forest or in the trees. For decomposer, one of the examples of decomposers is the worm. And for the scavenger, we have here the fish that is consumed by the bird. And for consumer, I have here the cow and the grass, which the cow eats the grass to produce energy. And for here, producer, one examples also of producers is the sunflower. So sunflower creates an energy, and also they also provide energy for everyone. So that's it for my ecosystem graphic organizer. Thank you.
Good job, Monique. You presented it very well and you used comprehensive words as well. The artwork shows good craftsmen and the effort you put is seen to complete the artwork. Because of that, let's give a round of applause to Monique. The next presenter is Jong.
This is my graphic organizer. It is all about ecosystem, which is I see every day in our surrounding. I see many people and also cows in the backyard and also in the farms. And there's so many beautiful flowers and more tree like fruit trees.
Okay, thank you, Jong. The presentation is good, but Jong uses limited words. The artwork as well shows limited craftsmen, but Jong puts effort to finish his artwork. So, because of that, let's appreciate it and let's give a round of applause to Jong. Okay, for our last presenter, let's welcome Trisha.
My drawing is about the plants who are receiving sunlight from the sun. Sunlight is important for the flowers or plants to make them grow and to leave them healthy.
Okay, thank you, Trisha, for that presentation. The artwork shows minimal craftsmanship, and as you can see, the output requires a little more effort, but the presentation is good and it still needs a little improvement. So let's give a round of applause to Trisha, and I hope she will do a lot better next time. So let's give her a round of applause for her efforts. Okay, so at this point, as humans, how important does these basic needs in our daily life? Yes, Monique?
So for me, as a human, the basic needs like water, air, shelter, and other examples of basic needs is important in my daily life, in our daily life, because we need that to survive.
Very well said. Thank you, Monique. Yes, Jong?
Human beings have certain basic needs. We must have food, water, air, and shelter to survive. If any one of these basic needs is not met, then human cannot survive.
Thank you for that brilliant idea, Jong. Lastly, yes, Trisha?
These basic needs is important to us as humans because these basic needs help us to survive in our daily lives.
Yes, thank you, Trisha, for your idea. So, based on what you have learned in the lesson, why is it necessary to protect and conserve the environment? Yes, Trisha?
We need to protect our environment because it is important to us as humans for us to survive in our daily lives. We can only get our basic needs in a healthy environment.
Yes, John?
We need to protect our environment because this is where our needs in life come from. Our basic needs are in the environment. So if our environment is destroyed, we, the people who live, will be affected.
Yes, Monique?
So based on the lesson, I have learned that it is important to protect and conserve our environment because the environment is the place we people, humans, plants, animals um, live. So without the environment, we cannot survive, and also it can greatly affect our daily life, not just for us humans, but also for the animals and also the plants. So we must preserve and conserve our environment.
Very well said. Your ideas are great and excellent. Based on your answers, I can conclude that you really did learn something today, and I am so happy hearing your excellent ideas. Thank you for that. So now for your assignment, list 5 examples of abiotic and biotic. That's it. That's where our discussion ends. I'm so glad to be here with you guys. I hope you learned something today. Keep safe. God bless. Be happy. And God bless us all. Bye bye.